So yeah, life been. I'm not even gonna lie, life been good as shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I done shifted into a whole new industry, a whole new career. And it's the funny thing is, I have been asking God. I'm like, hey, bro, if the engineering shit ain't it, like what is it? You know what I mean? And I was like, bet, like I want to get into finances, but I really didn't understand all that had to do with the financial industry, right? I've been trading for a minute. I know market analysis. So I was like, hey, so what can I do that's along this path that also pays, right? And then I came across an opportunity to become a life insurance agent. And bro, when I tell you it's been nothing but blessings, oh God, bro, like ever since I started this journey, man, it's been nothing but wisdom and people pouring into me like nonstop. So far, I've only been in this joint really for like a few weeks. I took my exam, passed that joint, took all the little continuous education that needed to be done, and I'm just waiting to get appointed. But but yeah, nah, man, like the shit been crazy. The people that have poured into me, like that is what I love the most about this industry is that everybody has something to give, some type of wisdom, some type of everybody has knowledge that they can give you, bro. And I'm just trying to be a sponge and apply this shit the best way I can. I've been blessed with a mentor that he just puts everything out in front of me and he's just like, hey, do this, this, and this, and we got you. Like, I'm not gonna lead you astray. Like, and me, I'm just trying to transition because, like, bro, life been crazy, man. It's been crazy. But I am so grateful. Um, it's a lot of knowledge that you kind of gotta soak up. It's a lot of information, but the transition been smooth as hell, man. I'm probably gonna get back to making more content. I finally got my desktop set up. Um, so yeah, things are coming through. Things are in alignment for sure. Um, but also a big part of this. The funny thing is, I'm not gonna say finally healed because you're never finally healed. You just find a way to not react to your triggers and find better ways to deal with the problems at hand, right? But as I'm transitioning into this new space, um, yeah, it's been quite difficult. I keep finding myself like I'm not even gonna say doubt because it ain't doubt, but it's like imposter syndrome. Like now that I'm here, it's like okay, how do I um get those thoughts out of my head in order for me to push on? You know what I'm saying? And bro, just like I said, man, the wisdom has been crazy, bro, crazy. Um, I am gonna get back to posting more content for sure. Um, but yeah, man, like we cooling over here. We cooling over here for sure. We cooling. Don't acknowledge the lights in the back, bro. We about to figure that shit out too. For the moment, it was just what it was. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, damn, my shit crooked as fuck. God damn, I sliced the fuck out my forehead. But yeah, anyway, I forgot what I wanted to come in here and talk on. Mm, oh, realizing that God is only gonna give you so much you can handle, and not understanding that, or not so not much understanding. I'm getting tongue tied. Hold on a minute. Understanding that He's only gonna give you so much you can handle, right? So for years I have been trying to push this healing shit, but it's like I realize that I'm doing too much at one time. Like I'm over here trying to join and work on three different businesses, and it's like, bro, slow down, pick one, focus on one, then once you've mastered that one, move on. um and the crazy thing is, bro, I've been having these little alarms. Yeah, yeah. I forgot what that one even said. That's the crazy part about it, but y'all saw that shit. um but yeah, man, it's the transition has been crazy, but blessed nonetheless. But back to what I was saying. So God is only gonna give you so much that you can handle, right? And for so long, it took me so long to sit down and figure out, okay, what route do I want to go down, right? And He was like, all right, bet, I'm just gonna pick one for you. And it's funny because as soon as I like, because mind you, this is a whole nother industry. Yes, I've worked in, I'm not going to say corporate, but I did have my little taste of what corporate life was like. And now I'm considered, this is corporate, but it's not. I'm an independent contractor at this point. Everything is based off commission, right? So you pretty much brand yourself, you put yourself out there, um, and you make it happen. I do work for a financial marketing organization, so FMO, and pretty much we distribute insurance products from the nation's top insurance companies. They are looking for more um, more wealth distribution in different communities, such as the Black and Brown communities, and yeah, we're always hiring. So if y'all looking to do something part time, definitely for sure hit me up. You make some good money. It's a lot of education, but the wisdom that's poured into you is like $1 million worth of game. It's up to you and your mindset on how you gonna process that information and apply it. Um, and some of y'all might not even have a mindset to work in this industry. Don't. What I'm saying is, you need to have. There's a certain level of. I'm not even gonna say self-esteem, because self-esteem is not the word. There's a certain level of confidence and courage that you need to have in this industry. You got to be able to take rejection. You got to be able to, damn, a nigga is ashy. You got to be able to take rejection. You got to be able to keep pushing forward when you don't see the instant gratification. You got to be able to take criticism, but also listen to what the people are telling you. Follow what it is they're telling you. Like I said, I've literally been taking nonstop notes. I have a whole ass notebook that I damn near done filled up halfway through just since I've started, of just information, going to the different meetings, going to the different events, going to the conferences, just being exposed to the different environments. I have never in my life been exposed to the amount of wealth that I have since I've joined this company, right? And they big on it. People helping people. We're literally helping people to, we're providing services and creating solutions for families and individuals, literally. We're saving lives out here. So yeah, I'm beyond grateful for the experience. And like I said, I still got my little side stuff on a regular. It was kind of funny this past weekend. So my mom still is in a nursing home because right now we just don't have the stuff that's needed to take care of her at home, right? So she's still at the nursing home, but they had an event. It was like a cute little red and black party. Everybody got dressed up, looking good, and I already knew beforehand what I was getting myself into, right? So I pull up. I had my clippers and stuff because there were a few people that had asked, "Hey, can I get a haircut for the event?" Bro, I became the nursing home barber for like 4 hours before this event, bro. Like, I had knocked out about 4 or 5 heads. Literally, just people coming in. Hey, sit down. A few guys. I'm just mad I ain't get no pictures and videos, but they loved their cuts. I don't know. The first guy did. He was like, "Man, you like that? You like that? I got your card, man. You just made me feel so good, man." And like, that's the validation that I get. And it's not even validation, but the fact that I'm able to. I mean, these folks, you know what I'm saying? The nursing home is not the greatest environment. It's not. You got a lot of people that are down. You know, a lot of people that don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I was able to put a smile on these folks' face. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were all looking good. You know, and they little shirts and ties. And, you know, the women had dressed up in all red and black. And the dresses, it was so cute. If I do have a few pictures, I probably will tag them on here somewhere. I don't know. I'm disoriented. But yeah, man, like, I realized, like, when you walk in purpose, the money will come, man. And it's not even about that. I've gotten to the point where it's like I'm no longer, and I say concerned with my finances, but if I'm putting myself in rooms to bring in more abundance, like, it's gonna come. Like, if you living in your purpose and you doing what you need to be doing, bro, you don't have nothing to worry about. You really don't. So it felt good, you know what I'm saying? Like, just cutting their hair. And like I said, I ain't really make a whole lot of money off that shit. Like I feel bad for even charging them, bro. So like I didn't. I was just in there just cutting heads. And they felt so good after the fact, bro. Like, and I'm glad I was able to put that smile on their face and make their day. And then after that, what was it? Somebody had paid for my lunch. You know what I mean? So it was, shit gets reciprocated regardless. You know what I mean? But yeah, God would only give you as much as you can handle. I had somebody reach out to me in terms of seeking alchemy mentorship. Now, yes, I do help people deal with their childhood traumas and their healing. If you need assistance with that, hit me up. I'm getting better with the systems in play, y'all. My mentor is literally the GOAT for creating systems, and he's helping me implement these systems into this business. Because as much as I thought this business was concrete, it is not. I have another mentor, and that's another thing. When I first started all this shit, bro, I thought I could do this shit on my own. Fuck was I thinking, bro? Like, you need a mentor, especially if you on entrepreneurship. You think you know everything, nigga. You don't. Actually, the more you realize you don't know shit. You don't know shit, bro. Like, it's funny, and you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I'm thinking my business is concrete, and really, I mean, I got a strong foundation, but ain't shit concrete. Like, there's still a lot of work that I got to put into the elevation. And I mean, it's coming along. The fact that I've gotten this far and I've done what I needed to do this far for it, I mean, I'm a lot further than the average person. But you need mentorship. You need somebody that's going to pour into you. You need people in your corner that have already done it. You need support. you That's the type of shit you need, man. You gotta, if you're the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room. And it took me months to realize that. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling stagnant. I was feeling like I just wasn't going nowhere. And it was like, yeah, the way things happened, it could have went smoother, but with God, hey, it's either you go or I'm going to cause a tire moment for you to leave. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, you've been there too long when, your body start acting up and all that shit. Shit, I damn near passed out at work. I had gotten real sick. A nigga was walking around with pneumonia. Nigga couldn't, bro. Home Depot tried to take me out, cuz. They tried to take me out. Take me out, bro. So for those that don't know, I worked at the Home Depot for about a year or so. And that might have been longer than that. Was it? About a year and 8 months type shit. But I had kind of worked my way up. You know, I got promoted to head cashier, so I was like a supervisor without the title, right? And all my associates and shit, you know, they under me, but they was always running to me for information. Like, hey, I'm going to school, I need help with this. Or, hey, I'm going through a breakup, I need help with this. Or just, you know, me just pouring into them as far as, like, when it comes to, like, healing and just being an adult, right? But even then, I felt like I wasn't really, yes, I was getting information from, like, the customers. They would come through and just, you know, feed into me, but I just felt like I wasn't in the right environment. And I am an energetic being, so I'm very empathic. And when I'm in certain environments, my body starts just tweaking. So, like, if I'm somewhere I don't need to be, bro, I'll get mean-ass headaches, back start hurting, knees start hurting, like, stomach start acting up. Like, my energy just feels off, and that just means I don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where I was like, man, I just need one more check. Let me stack up this bread. Woo. And I damn near passed out at work, bro. I had called my brother, and I was like, hey, bro, come get me, cuz. And rushed me to the hospital. Come to find out, I had pneumonia. And, like, the next 3 days, like, my body was like, OC, bro. Like, I couldn't stand. I couldn't breathe. It was bad. It was bad. And it had gotten to the point where it was just like I had to keep calling off days. And they was like, yeah, for pneumonia, you're going to be down for about a month. Like, you need at least 4 weeks to recover completely. And it did. It took me about a month to get my voice back. It took me about a month to get my breathing back. Like, I was fighting for my life, cuz. And God was like, man, you just need to rest. I told your ass to sit the fuck still. And yeah, I'm learning discernment. I'm learning to trust my intuition. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I could be hard headed, and God has a funny way of sitting your ass down. And then this opportunity came up, and I took it, and it's been the greatest blessing I could have ever had. I'm around like-minded people who are their intelligence. I don't know. It inspires me for sure. There's one young lady who has run it up in the business. Now, granted, you can't compare your day one to their year 6, or you can't compare your chapter 1 to their chapter 10. You can't. But seeing all the accomplishments that these people have made in this business and the impacts that they have made in the lives of the people that they've serviced is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got folks. Now, I ain't never looked at age as a way to determine how much wisdom you have. You can have the mind of a genius and be. I've never looked at age in that matter. Because I've always gained wisdom from people older than me, people younger than me, people the same age. So I never looked at it like that. But I'm in an office with a bunch of, like, so there's different demographics, right? So in this office, there are a lot of young adults, and I'm talking like 19, 20, 21, 22 type shit. I'm 26. And then we got some older folks that are like 30 and up, right? And I don't mean to be, I hope you don't take offense to that. But, so like there's a dynamic in, or a shift in dynamic of the ages of the people that are there, right? But yeah, nah. The way that these folks have just been pouring in, the wisdom is nonstop. It's nonstop. And there's a lot of things that I still have to learn that come with experience. Like, I was struggling with my confidence. Shout out to my little sis to help me get my confidence. Mama, I love you. Yeah, nah. She helped me get my confidence back for sure. Like, and just being in this office, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? And you realize that everything literally is a lesson. Like, it is. Like, it's almost like, I'm not saying you gotta catch some Pokemon cards and shit, but life is literally like a game. And when I say that, you have to, like Call of Duty. When Call of Duty, how they have the list of objectives that you need to complete before you move on to the next mission. That's literally how life is, bro. I had to learn certain mindsets, be in certain environments, be around the people I need to be around, discuss what I need to discuss in order to be where I am now, right? In order to process where I am now, right? And I'm seeing that everything that I've witnessed, everything that I've been through is a blessing, bro. Because if I didn't experience that, I wouldn't have had the knowledge to complete the next stage of the mission or the next mission. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I don't know. This has been grateful, bro. Like, shit been crazy, man. Shit been crazy. The music scene been going crazy, bro. Like, life is taking off, and I'm not saying this to brag, but it's like, if y'all know what I've been through, bro, like, God has just poured in, like, here are your blessings times 10. And I got overwhelmed a little bit, and I had to ask Spirit. I was like, look, I'm grateful for the blessings, but I am overwhelmed. And realizing, not so much be careful with what you ask for, but being a good steward to what it is you're blessed with and not fumbling your blessings. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at now. And, like, I re-ramped my room. I took down all my original posters because those are things that I've already accomplished. You know what I mean? So I need to gear my mindset onto something new, right? And the things that I'm working on right now, discipline, acting with urgency, consistency. Consistency been kicking my ass. That's been lessons from day one. Been kicking my ass. Routine. Now that I am in a new career, coming up with routine. I work sometimes in the office. I gotta go into the office like a few days a week, but For the most part, I'm working from home. For the most part, I'm making calls. For the most part, I might go to like Panera or somebody's cafe to meet up with a client, right? Confidence. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I got my confidence back. I'm still that nigga, bro. You ain't gonna tell me shit. Yeah, my shit crooked, bro, but I'm still gonna take your bitch. Ha! Hey, bro, you gotta hype yourself up, bro. Authenticity, being more comfortable being me, bro. For so long, everybody has tried to put their projection on me. And if you're struggling with creating those boundaries with your parents or your friends, let me know. I got you. But that's been my hardest thing. Like, who am I, bro? For so long, I've let other people dictate who the fuck I was. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, when you be in relationships and shit, bro, that shit be shifting your mindset. Because, like, you try to fit yourself to be this perfect person. And it's like, at the end of the day, you lose yourself in that shit. You know what I mean? So, like, dealing with authenticity, just being me, being more comfortable talking in my native tone. And when I say that, like, I code switch a lot. I code switch a lot. This is my natural voice. This is how I come off. I'm comfortable with you. It might be a little deeper. You know what I mean? But this is my natural voice. You know what I mean, bro? I'm going to talk with an accent. I'm going to have a little bit of slang with it. But that's just how I am, bro. Being aware of where I am in certain situations. It's kind of ironic because one of the brokers at my company had gave a presentation in reference to how the relationship between a father and a son can be compared to a relationship between a leader and the people that they're leading, right? And the presentation hit me not only because some of the things that he was saying resonated, but also looking at my mentors and what they're asking of me and realizing that I'm not meeting their expectations. And being aware that, yeah, there is more work I have to put in. Being aware that, I just lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought. But being aware that I'm not where I need to be and that work still needs to be done and the work don't stop. You know, you're always going to have, they've been telling me to read. Everybody that I've talked to, read. Pick up a book, read. And they've been given, I mean, when I tell you I got notes of all the books that I need to, hold on a minute. Yeah, I got a whole ass, on top of everything that I was already reading, because I'm an avid reader. On top of everything that I was already reading, bro, they done given me, I got about 30 books in the queue that I need to read. Deadass. So, yeah, they've been giving game. But yeah, being aware and then taking accountability of where you at. There's nothing wrong, but when you're in this environment, when you working from home, bro, and you are like I said, an independent contractor, like you getting this shit on your own, you gotta take accountability of the shit that you need to take accountability for. That can go for, I don't know, personal accountability. That can go for your job. Like, that can go for anything. Take accountability. And that's one thing that a lot of folks in this generation don't have. And it's scary. Because it's like, at the end of the day, if it's only you versus you, you can't blame nobody else. Like, you got to get your shit together. And that's point blank, period. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Those are the things that I'm working on. And there was this quote that was in The Office. So, you were never lacking motivation. You were lacking clarity. Today, you found a reason to move different. Let's go build a business, not just with energy, but with purpose. Yeah. Yeah. And the gag is, like, I've known my purpose, but how do I apply it to this industry? You know what I'm saying? Like, my purpose is helping people. Whether that's healing, whether that's helping them understand where they are, whether that's putting things into perspective for them, or whether that's just helping them to shift their mindset. I'm always going to be helping people. At the end of the day. That's what my purpose is. But now it's on a bigger scale. And I'm seeing the impact that these people have already had. I'm seeing the impact of my coworkers and mentors and the impacts that they've had. And I'm excited to get started. I am. It's been overwhelming, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I just ask, God for the wisdom, discernment, and strength to steward these new blessings in so I don't fumble them. But yeah, man, like, life been good, life been sweet, bro. I hope all is well. If you are still in the DMV area and you are looking for an additional source of income, hit me up. We are hiring at the office, but you gotta have that dog, and you gotta have that mentality that you really want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up and I can have we'll have a one-on-one conversation about that. And if you're looking to purchase a life insurance policy, let me know. I'll be talking about some of the different policies on here eventually. Like I said, I'm just getting back to making all my content. So if y'all got any questions, you can hit me up for sure. But I just hate how my glasses, the glare be so damn bad. Hey. Yeah. What else I want to talk about? Yeah. So what services do I offer? Hey, I gotta get more comfortable putting myself out there. But yeah. So I'm still helping people with their childhood trauma. So I call it emotional alchemy, which pretty much is you taking, you're understanding what your childhood triggers are. You're understanding where your traumas are stemming from. And they might not all stem from childhood. A lot of them do, but they might not. Some of them might stem from you being a teenager. Some of them might stem from you being an adult. Relationship trauma, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People experience trauma differently. But I help people to process what it is that they're struggling with, where it stems from, and how to heal from it. And then once you're healed, how to take that energy, how to take that pain, and it's not always pain, sometimes it's anger, but to take those raw emotions and to transmute it into something that's creative or something that your passion. So a lot of us, that energy can be turned into something like, so a lot of people do music. So if you're a writer, whatever that pain is, put it on paper. Somebody's gonna resonate with it. Make a video about it. Somebody gonna resonate with it. Make a song. Somebody gonna resonate with it. Make art. If you're an artist, somebody gonna resonate with it. Somebody gonna feel your pain, and you gonna be able to make a profit off that joint. And not even saying it like that, but I'm turning pain into passion and turning that passion into profit. And I've done it, and I'm gonna help y'all to do the same thing, bro. Like, granted, I picked up the clippers, thought I wanted to go to barber school, but that was just me just keeping up with my fucking hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, because my hair grow too damn fast to go to a fucking barber. Like, I just cut my shit 2 days ago. I mean, granted, don't acknowledge I cut my shit. But my shit finna grow back in 2 days. 2 days. I just cut it yesterday and it's already filled back in, bro. Like, I couldn't afford to keep going to a barber every other week. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. So, learn how to cut my own shit, learn how to do my own locks. I just retwisted my shit not too long ago. Oh, I lost you. My shit frizzy as hell. I got blow hair, but yeah. Yeah, you already know how that shit go. I don't even know if y'all can see the shit. My lighting's bad in here. But yeah, that's that on that. Like, it was just something I was good at. And I started cutting other people's hair. They enjoyed it. And I started doing other people's locks. And I got gratification from helping them. Like, there's nothing better than to see my clients and that big ass smile on their face after I give them a cut or after I give them a retwist. To me, that is the gratification. Like, I could care less. Like, a lot of my clients, if they really ain't got it, I work with a budget. I ain't trying to tax your pockets. I'm not concerned about that. You want to look good. for me, you know what I'm saying, once I get done, like, that is the gratification for me because I did something energetically. You know what I mean? What else do I do? Yeah, the jack of all trades. I got to start mastering some shit now, but I will forever be the jack of all trades. There's nothing wrong with learning different fields, different things, because everything at the end of the day, especially for an entrepreneur, you put on so many hats. You have to do so much shit. And it's not even funny. Like, I was talking to my mentor, and he was just like, actually, I'm going to pull that joint up, too. Man full of wisdom, you hear me? But yeah, he was like, as an entrepreneur, you're always going to be studying. You're always going to be a student. Always. Whether that's in accounting, learning how money works, right? Personal development. You always want to be better. You're always going to want to do better. Marketing. Figuring out how you going to put yourself out there to people. Like, how are you to the public? How are you on social media? How is it that you want to be seen? How do you want to be received? You know what I mean? And then what's the last one? Courage. Having the courage and go out there and do that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I feel that there's an opportunity, I'm gonna jump on it. Always been like that, bro. I'm never gonna turn down opportunity unless I might ask for more information, but I'm the type that I'm open-minded. I'm gonna keep my mind open to any and every opportunity. That's just how I am. But yeah, marketing. I'm struggling with marketing because it's just like, okay, now that I'm my true self, now that I've been able to finally accept who I am and putting it out into the world, how do I want to be perceived? Because I know at the end of the day, not everybody and I could care less, not everybody gonna see you how you put yourself out there, but the image and the reputation that you want to have, how do you want to market yourself, right? That's in person, that's online. You know, what is it that you do? What services do you provide? And how do they service the public? You know what I'm saying? How is it beneficial to the public? And still working on that. Still working on that. I actually did just finish. Let me see if I could pull it up. I got a lot of stuff going on, y'all. I've been working all morning, bro. Where is it at? Oh, it won't let me do it? Damn, that's crazy. Alright, let me see if I can, because I don't know if it's going to let me do both. It might not, damn. I was just trying to pull this joint up. It probably won't let me do both. So yeah, still coming up with my mission statement. But yeah, I am Z Winfrey, a creative entrepreneur and licensed insurance professional committed to empowering individuals and families with the tools to protect their finances, enhance their well-beings, and achieve lifelong security. My mission is to deliver accessible resources and solutions that support transformational growth. I don't even know why I struggled that bad with it. But yeah, man, like, I just feel like I'm rambling at this point. But getting more comfortable to being in front of the camera, being more comfortable, like I said, just being myself. For so long, everybody ridiculed everything I did, and it's just like, it's fuck y'all, and I'm doing what I have to do. And I mean, ain't no bad blood, but it's just like, if I would have listened to people when they said, nah, don't do that, or if I would have listened to people when they was like, it's a scam, don't, you know what I'm saying, you falling for that shit again, bro, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like, Spirit is blessing me to be around people who are 6 and 7 figure earners on a daily, bro. And like I said, growing up, I wasn't around wealth like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like, yeah, grew up in PG and Charles County are some of the wealthiest black counties in America. But unless you're in those spaces, bro, like you don't see that kind of wealth. Like my family struggled with poverty from generation to generation. Like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like we just didn't know financial literacy, bro. And I'm grateful because I'm in an environment, not only am I learning financial literacy, but I'm preparing to take care of my family for generations. They won't have to worry about none of that. I'm trying to make a family bank. I'm trying to make sure we got land, resources, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning skills that I can pass on. You know what I mean? And that's something that we don't really talk much about in the black community. We don't. So, like I said, I'm grateful to be in these spaces, and it's only gonna go up from here. It's only gonna go up from here. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna be definitely about to hop back on here and do more of these, more trading videos, more videos about insurance, um, and I'm holding myself accountable this time. Like I ain't gonna fall off. Or what I'll do is I'll probably batch create so that way I won't be so I'm not gonna say flustered, but sometimes I get overwhelmed. I still haven't mastered time management yet, and I need to. Um, so I think what I'll do is like all my content I'll like make it in batches and then go ahead and post to YouTube. So it's well not YouTube, but post to social medias. Um, so that way it's automated. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I'm around people who are holding me accountable. I'm around people who are inspiring me to do better, and I'm not the smartest in the room. And like I said, another one of my mentors was like, "Hey, you gotta be naively coachable," and I was like, "Yo, I like that." You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you are shifting into a new career space, ask questions, man. Like, get yourself, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Associate yourself with the people in the office. Like, whoever you can get game from, bro, ask questions, bro. Like, continue to develop personally, continue to develop professionally, continue to grow. Like, at the end of the day, like, ain't nobody gonna do this but you. Ain't nobody gonna do it but you. Yes, the transition can be rough. It's not pretty. But once you've reached a certain pinnacle, it's like, damn, you're safe now. And that's enough. Oh, I want to speak on your nervous system. And I just got chills down my back. Um, I realized that when I got into this space, I didn't have to explain myself when it came to being an empath. I didn't have to explain myself when it came to healing. I didn't have to explain myself when it came to understanding mindset. And I realized that a lot of people that are in this industry, you have to have all three of those things before you can even, or not even so have those things, but being aware of what they are. And a lot of people gain that shit just from picking up a book. Trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot more. I shouldn't say not everything common is common sense. Not everything is common sense, but people have been able to, for so long, I felt so misunderstood because people couldn't relate to what I was saying. And I'm in an environment now where it's like, I don't have to explain myself. They're like, oh, yeah, we understand. And this is how you fix that. And it's been like, whoa, cool. Because, like, you know, not really knowing where to get the answers from but God. And like once you get to a certain frequency, you know, God uses other people as channels, you know what I mean? To tell you what it is you need to hear and what you need to hear and what you need to do. But dealing with my nervous system has been the hardest thing because, like I said, this is the first time that I've actually felt safe in a residence that I was staying in. This is the first time that I feel safe in a career. This is the first time that I feel at home. it's like my nervous system is tweaking, cause it's like it wants to find something to, I don't know, it's like it's for so long. Like, y'all don't understand. Since I was a kid, I've been suffering from panic attacks. I got anxiety bad, and I've told y'all that. You know, I play it off. I might play it cool, like I ain't got no problems, bro. But inside, my anxiety be eating me alive, bro. It do. It triggers my stomach, bro. If my anxiety is up there, or if I do have a panic attack, it attacks my stomach first. I will be sick as a fucking dog. And it's always been like that, not knowing what's gonna come next. I started having them after my mom had her first heart attack, and I used to get them periodically. Like, I'm talking 1 or 2 a day, and the only thing that would stop them joints is listening to music or picking up a basketball and going and go shooting around. Or in the moment, if they were really bad, I just had to get quiet. Like, I would have to just go find a corner, go sit down somewhere, and just, not saying rock myself to comfort, but self-soothing. So, like, you know, do what you gotta do to calm your body down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful because I haven't had them in a minute. You know what I mean? So, just seeing how far I've come with my nervous system, and that we're actually safe. I don't have to be on guard with shit. Now, granted, you know, I be quick to swing first, ask questions later. But I don't need to. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to be on guard. Granted, I'm still going to be the most observant person in the room. But I'm safe now. Like, I'm secure. I'm stable. And God has made that very clear. And it's just a matter of reprogramming my nervous system to be like, hey, you're safe now. And I still think that that's been like the hardest thing is, and I'm not gonna lie, conquering your mindset is difficult too. For all my people that know, okay, so I'm an air sign, an Aquarius. We stay in our heads. We stay in our heads, bro. And like, we be tweaking out about shit that don't even need to be tweaked out about, for real. And recently I just learned how to learn how to decipher what energy is mine and what is not mine. And low key, like, there are some people that are like telepathic and don't even know it. Cause, bro, why am I thinking about you right now? Like, bro, why? Unhand me. I just came across a video on TikTok earlier talking about how, well, it depends. Like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But I thought I was tweaking out. Because people would just pop up in my head, and I'm a dreamer. So, telepathy, being a dreamer, my intuition don't lie, bro. Like, if it's something that, let's just say if you want some foul shit, I'm gonna have a dream about that shit and just know not to fuck with you no more, right? Or, there's been times where I've dreamt about something and that shit actually came to pass. You know what I'm saying? And there's been times that, like I said, telepathy is real too. And a lot of people be doing that shit and not realizing that, hey, I can feel that shit too. And I'm not going to call them out. Because there's been multiple people. But it's just like, hey, cuz, leave me alone, man. Get some self-control, something. Cause like, I don't, now that I understand how energy works, and now that I'm in a space where, okay, I need to start manifesting my own shit, and I don't think people do it on purpose. This whole journey about spiritual gifts, the whole learning session about spiritual gifts, bro, it's not common knowledge. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is books out there that talk about it, but the average person is not aware of what they're doing. They're not. We dream and we think that, oh, our dreams are our dreams, but really, like, if you think about it, dreaming is on a whole different dimension, and we can talk on that shit. I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll talk about that shit. Um, but I've been a lucid dreamer since I was a kid. Like, I mean, it's been like little shit, but when it did come to like major events happening or um stuff going on, it's just like, damn, okay. I might be psychic. Let me stop. But dead ass, it was on some like, I'm not gonna say like straight up that's a Raven shit, but learning how to interpret different types of dreams, what they mean, and the people involved. So, like I said, it's a gift, and a lot of people have these gifts. They just don't know it, or they're unaware of. Cause it took me a while to even figure out what the fuck this shit was. Like all the, I'm not gonna call them sex dreams, but all of those dreams, if you know, you know. I'm thinking like, bro, is this me? Like, who the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, had me tweaking. Like, I'd be waking up out of my sleep like, hey, bro, what the fuck? And it wasn't until, like, I ascended this last time. I had to be careful because when I get high, bro, it'd be 10 times worse. And it's like, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. It ain't it, bro. But I guess that's the fun part of it too, cause it's like, and nah, I don't think I'm gonna say that. But you really do be shifting realities, whether you know it or not. Um, but I'll leave that for a different day. I ain't gonna put too much of that on here. But being able to walk that thin line between what's real and what's not, and I'm because it's not even what's real and what's not, but walking that fine line between dimensions is crazy. If you know, you know. Just keep yourself spiritually protected. Um, the ironic part about it is, in multiple past lives, I was some type of warrior, some type of gatekeeper, some type of every past life. I was either somebody's warrior, somebody's samurai, um somebody's divine protector, right? And in this lifetime, it's funny because once I did reach a certain ascension, it was like, okay, this is your assignment. And it was like, you want me to do what? And yeah, I did what I had to do with that. And I mean, it's an ongoing assignment, and I think it will forever always be. Um, my bad, y'all. If forever, I'm not gonna say forever, but all right. Um, what was I saying? Oh, being people's divine protector. Yeah, I know in a different dimension, I'm definitely an angel. Um, but I've been on that, and I've been discussed that. Um, because if you're able to walk that thin path, that thin line, I don't know. Every now and again, I feel the wings on my back. ah, but you had to walk through hell to get them joints, though. And I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure that my path. Well, I shouldn't say that. My path was difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I can't imagine what my ancestors went through. I can't imagine how my lives were beforehand. You know what I'm saying? My past lives, um, And I guess I don't know if this information is open to everybody. I don't know if everybody has this gift. Some of y'all might be like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" But this will find the people that it needs to find. But yeah, in all my past lives, I died tragically. Like, like the most recent one was I was somebody's samurai, somebody's warrior, somebody's protector. Right? I had a big ass sword and armor. Right? And I got stabbed in the back. And it's crazy because in this lifetime, I was in a car accident and my shoulder hit the roof of my car. But in doing that, I fucked my back up, right? But it was funny because during that, well, it wasn't funny. That I'm just grateful that God had his hands over me at that moment. Because that accident could have been a lot worse. And as an engineer, I replay that shit in my head every now and again. And it's just like, yeah, that shit could have been a lot worse. To only walk away with, you know what I'm saying, with a few bumps and bruises, God was definitely looking after me that day. But I fucked my back up in the process. And I had tore a muscle. I don't even know what muscle it was. But I had tore a muscle and I had fractured shit down my back. And I didn't realize how bad it was until it was like years later. And mind you, it only takes 8 months for a bone to heal. But if it's not set back properly, or if you don't have a cast on it, or if it's not realigned, it's going to heal how it heals, right? And you're going to have to break that shit down again and re-heal it. So it wasn't until it was like years later, it was like about 2-3 years later, I ended up going to the chiropractor because the pain was too bad. I still couldn't work out without that shit hurting. And if y'all know me, I love being in the gym. Like, they don't call me the Hulk for nothing. And I couldn't do anything having to do with my shoulder blade. Like, my back was just, it was done for. And I was like, man, I want to get back in the gym. So I started seeing a chiropractor. And she was like, yeah, you got some mad scar tissue built up in that area. Like, whatever. I know you didn't get checked out, but things were broken. Things healed. And you're dealing with now breaking through all that scar tissue. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. They going to the chiropractor, it doesn't hurt when they're cracking your back, but the stiffness and the soreness the next day, and I deal with delayed soreness. Like, it takes a minute for my body to be like, oh, that hurts. And then I'll hit something, or I'll fuck something up. And then it'd be like 2-3 days later, it's like I'm feeling the pain from it. So the first couple times I went, bro, I was like, hey, cuz, why did I drive? Cuz it hurt so bad, but it felt so good when they was doing it in the moment. But it was like after the fact, my muscles was like, nah, we not doing this. we not doing this, cuz. But the same area was the same spot that I had gotten stabbed in a past life. And I kept hearing messages very early on in my spiritual journey. I would tap into God, but I had asked him to, or spirit, universe, however, that ain't got nothing to do with, look, however you see it. So very early in my journey, yeah, I did. I used TikToks and tarot readings, but I asked God, hey, if I'm not understanding your messages, please send them through a channel or somebody that I can actually decipher what it is you're trying to tell me. And during that time, like, the videos resonated. You know what I'm saying? They always say, take what resonates, have discernment. And they were talking about this past life, and I had a dream, so I knew that shit was, I knew it was divinely, yeah. So it was just like they tried to take you out this lifetime and they couldn't take you out. And I was like, not that I just survived a near-death experience in another timeline. What you mean? You know what I mean? And I don't know. You just, when you walk that path, when you finally, I'm not gonna say commit, because God just kind of just throws you in that shit. You he just throws you in that shit. You really ain't got no say in it. Well, You do have a say in it, but it's before you actually come down to this realm, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, like, I don't know. There are definitely other forces here at play. I don't even know. I went so far off. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about, but I'm gonna have to run that back because I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, excuse me. Um, energy work. People in your energy. Once you finally learn how to clear your head space, once you finally learn how to, um, they say release what's not serving you, but a lot of it is mindset. Once you realize how to cleanse and clear out your mind, bro, that shit is so beneficial because you can actually lock in. For so long, I was overcome by other people's thoughts, other people's, like, I could go into a room and unfortunately I would download everything that everybody else was saying. Like I said, that's that telepathy shit. That's that whatever the fuck that shit is called. If it's being an empath, I absorbed other people's energy and other people's thoughts. And it got to the point where it was just like, yo, this isn't my energy. These aren't my thoughts. How do I get rid of them? How do I protect myself? And that shit was past crystals. Like, yes, crystals can protect you to a certain point, but they also, if you don't wear them correctly, or if you don't know how to use the crystals, know when to recharge them, know when to, you know what I'm saying, how to use them, it can amplify the energy and make it a lot worse than what it was that you were trying to fix from the get-go. You know what I mean? And it took me years to figure out how to not absorb that energy. And I realized that in certain environments, I need to cover my crown. It's not an option. Every now and again, my voice is going. Every now and again, you'll see me with either my turban or somebody don't want me talking about this shit. That's crazy. Voice is gone. But every now, damn. I feel like the water made it worse. Shit. So every now and again you'll see me with my scarves or my turbans on my head or my hats. So yeah, that's that on that. But yeah, knowing how to protect yourself from certain energies. And I guess I can make a whole video on that too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. It's good to be back in front of the camera. I missed it. Things are falling into place the way I need them to. And yeah, more is to come for sure. What else would I want to talk about? Yeah, so if you need help starting your healing journey or you need guidance getting to that point, let me know. I still have the Shadow Work Auto series and the journals if you want to go through those. Just click the link in my Instagram profile. If you need mentorship when it comes to healing or starting your healing process, let me know. If you've already started your healing journey and you feel stuck, let me know. I got you. If you were interested in getting started in the life insurance field or looking to purchase a policy, and y'all, it's cheaper the younger you are. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and lock in and start creating your generational wealth for your kids, man. We can get you a policy for low, and we can set you up where in time you can actually pull from that policy and use it while you're alive. It's called living benefits. So let me know. Yeah, I still do locks and cuts. Don't judge me with this one. I still do locks and cuts, man. So I got you, bro. Trust me, it's harder cutting your own hair than it is cutting somebody else's, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And then To begin with, my taper was already unfucking even. I had barbers push my shit back, babe. So yeah, don't take this as a hey, cuz fuck my stuff up. But nah, so locks, cuz let me know. What else? Yeah, if you need graphic designs or content editing, let me know. I'm like that with AI, so get at me. Like I said, I think on here, I'm just gonna start documenting everything I do. So when it comes down to trading, to hold myself accountable, like I think what I need to do is, I'm not gonna say document my whole day, but if I'm getting up and trading with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Um, if I'm over here making content, show y'all how I'm making the content. Um, if I'm reading something or going over something, keep y'all informed. And if I'm doing the music shit, y'all gonna see that shit in real time. But yeah, love, light, Ashe.